place to put all of your BI. And I
Yes.
don't understand why people do that. I, I don't know. That's not my favorite place to scroll. If I'm a scroll on a different platform where I don't have to see all that. Cause stuff like that, it's just
And
like what are we 10?
and everybody know you're busy. Get out there. Come on. I'm like you. Whatever. I think 99.9 of the time I'm on Facebook, I'm promoting somebody to promote my business.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I
Mm-hmm.
use. I don't get there and start talking crap about, well, so and so said this, so and so said that. And I just leave that alone. Y'all go ahead and battle all you want because I don't even get involved with that.
Well, and then, like you said, everybody has an opinion, right?
Yes.
Everybody has an opinion. However, I just choose to share my opinion about different things. You know, I share like today. Today, I want to talk about old people, right? Now,
All
if it
right.
strikes a nerve, then I'm talking about you.
I'm old, so you're talking about me.
No, seriously. But I want to talk about choose your type of old. So, this weekend I went and I went to visit my daughter and my grandson. So I am the type of grandma, I had a boy first. I love boys have the coolest toys and so forth. Like they have the best toys, right? So I am that type of person. Let's do this. Let's get down on the floor. Let's go for what? Let's go. I'm down the slide. I'm climbing.
Yeah.
I'm that type of grandma. When the temperature is right outside, I don't do outside in the heat. You know. But anyway, when that's the type of grandma that I am. Now, I do understand that I'm a young grandmother. I get that. I'm 46, so that is young, to technically grandma, right? However, even if you are, and you're 50s, 60s, 70s, what type of old person do you want to be? Do you want to be the type of grandparent that can't play with their grandchildren? Do you want to be the type of older person that can't stand 5 minutes before you got to sit down? And we're not talking about old. I'm talking about we are looking at some 60 and 70-year-old people that aren't moving. You don't
Yeah.
move on a regular basis. And that phrase, move it or lose
Lose
it,
it.
is true. And excuse me, I'm 46. Your 40s, folks, is where you were supposed to start acting right, right?
Yeah.
Your 40s, your 40s, where I may be ahead of the game because this is my profession. However, your 40s are when you're supposed to begin maybe looking a little bit more closely at what you eat. Your 40s is when you try and begin some sort of intentional movement, right? This is where we go and we may get join in our gym, where we may go and get a walking club or so forth. Or something that I did the weekend before last, which was so fun. Not to say I'm great at it. I'm not going to say that. However, it was fun. I was moving. I had a good time, and that was the Double Dutch club, the 40 plus Double Dutch people, right? So I won. I thought about this because they have their ages on the back of their shirts, right?
Yeah.
What type of old person do you want to be, Ron? Do you want to be? I personally, like I said, I don't think that you should feel any type of shot fired. Ron, you be moving.
Hey,
You be moving.
I brag about my age and people think I'm lying. I tell them I'm 71.
70 what?
I'm
You
71
be,
years old.
you be moving. You be moving. You try and make good food choices. You have intentional, now you've been going to the gym, your wife, and you have been going and y'all are intentionally moving. Heard you talking about the jump rope on there with your, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Intentional movement. 71. There's someone who's 71 right now that is not eating any vegetables.
And can't get out of a
And
chair.
eating fast food, can't get out the chair, can't stand on their feet, can't do the things. Can't do the things. And I'm not going to say that if you are that age and and you want to make a change that, it's going to be easy because it's not. It's not. I just hope that you want to be the type of older person, right? It's a difference between being old and older.
Hmm.
There's a difference between it. I consider myself, like I said, I'm no spring chicken. I don't move like I used to move. I know that. However, I'm still moving well.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure that I continue to move well. So I continue to take care of myself, seek out whatever supplements that I need so that, my joints don't hurt like that, or try and take away some of that discomfort. I, I, man, let me tell you something. I've started eating fruit. Like, I mean, I ate fruit as a, younger, but I just kind of got away from it. It really wasn't my jam. However, I began eating fruit more because I'm like, you know what, Kiana, you need to get all the vitamins, the minerals, the fiber, the hydration that you can get at this age where we are laying a foundation to be the older person that you want to be, right? So I know not everybody is, maybe some people around my age listening or so forth or whatever. If you are, if you 10 years you're older and so forth and you listening, look, I'm telling you, you better choose what kind of old person you want to be. And if the things that you are doing are not conducive to that, then you need to start making some changes.
Yep.
Sugar is the devil. Sugar is the devil. It will take you down fast,
It sure will.
won't it?
You know, every once in a while, I have never been a person to eat sweets all the time. Every once in a while, I get the inkling for a chocolate candy bar. Do I eat it all at one setting? No. I just eat a little bit, put it in the refrigerator. I feel like again, I eat another little piece right there. I mainly eat natural stuff, because
Uh-huh.
the doctor told me that peanuts in that category is good for you, especially at my age. I have always been eating that. It was no different. The thing that I was not eating as much as I used to back when I was younger was a lot of veggies. And now I see myself
Mm.
dining on veggies all the time. So,
Right?
but
Oh,
you said once you get up in, I'm going to use the word 70, and you want to get back healthy again, trust me, it's not going to happen overnight.
no.
You have and exercise. It's not going to happen overnight. You have to
No,
get your body trained for that. You just
that's
can't
right.
jump up and say, I'm going to do 50 push ups. You're going to push up and you ain't going to get back up.
And then you know what? So, and let's talk about that, that component of it, the physical exercise portion of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, the thing about the thing about when you're older, everything doesn't isn't the same. It doesn't work the same. It doesn't move the same, right? So, you may have to make some adjustments, and that could be frustrating. I encourage you, if you are at the point where, say, you would like to lose weight and you were in the military for 20 something years, 30 years, and y'all ran, and that's how you got in shape.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that was years ago. That was years ago. And just because you may cannot run like you used to, doesn't mean you can't do something. You just have to find something else. You just got to find something else. You like running. All right, well, now you can't run like that with your joints and yeah and on the pavement and even on the treadmill, you're like, just not working it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to find something else. Maybe it is just going for a walk. Maybe it is going swimming. Maybe it is learning to play, what is this they play now? Pickleball.
Pickleball. Yep.
Maybe it's something.
Well,
And I bet you if you start moving on a regular basis, when you were Sagittary, you're going to lose some weight.
mm-hmm. Well,
Just saying.
I'm an avid,
And
I'm an
I
avid bowler.
guarantee you that if you made changes in your diet,
Yep.
you will lose that weight.
Mm-hmm. Are you still there, Coach? Oh, she froze with that smile on her face. Don't worry, she'll be back. Um, she, yeah, here she comes. She'll be back. There you go. You're not frozen anymore. You had that smile on your face when you froze.
I was like, is it me? I guess like
I
it
I was
is
telling you,
anything.
I always been active because I've been bowling going on 20 something years, and somebody told me they said
Hmm.
that's not exercising bowling. I said, oh really? So you're
Shoot.
going up and down the lane, you're throwing a 16-pound ball, you're doing all this, and that's not exercise, girl. I come home, I be tired.
You know what's so funny? I took my I guess future son-in-law to he likes to bowl. So for Father's Day, I said, "Come on," I said, "I'll take you." And we went up there. Man, it was packed. I guess that's what fathers do on Father's Day. I was like, "My bad, man. I didn't know." But you're right. That is that is a form of exercise. If you are not able to do what you used to do, just find something else to do.
Yeah.
Gardening. All right. Well, you say, well, I'm gonna take up gardening. Well, that's moving back and forth. That's bending. That's so forth or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you're cutting the grass as well. That's also, of course, that's good exercise.
Yep.
Picking weeds, weeding your garden and so forth, whatever. That is exercise. You know, maybe all of it, all of it is intentional movement. However, you just have to find something else that's supplemental. You have to make sure that movement is a part of your daily routine.
Yes.
I promise. Or I say 40 and over. 40 and over, if you're not moving on a daily basis, you are doing yourself an injustice, and you are choosing to be one of those old people who don't stand, who are in wheelchairs, who have a lot of emphysema in their limbs because they don't move. Emphysema is when they swelling, right?
Yeah.
So all the water. So come on, choose your old. What kind of old person do you want to be? Do you want to, if you have grandchildren now, I encourage you to go on walks with them. If they're young enough to pick up and not too heavy, pick them up. Pick them up. Pick them up. Walk, get a little playtime in that way. It's playtime for them, but it's physical activity for you.
Exactly. I would throw mine up in the air, pretend I'm gonna miss them, and catch them right at the end.
Well, Ron, you're just a jerk, man. You're
But you
not
know
supposed
what? But you know what? The first time I do it, they're scared. I'm sitting down. Grandpa, do it again. Do what? Throw me in the air.
to.
So
you
that
know,
was a
I
thing when they were all babies. That was a thing I used to do to them. Just throw them there. And say, oh, I'm gonna miss you, and catch them at the end. But it's that right there kept me physical with them. So let me ask you something. You said, what type of old are you? That is a good question, which I can revert back. What type of young are you? Because some people out there young don't get out. They stay on this iPad. They stay on computer. They don't get the butt up.
uh-huh,
They don't do the couch potato exercise. They don't do the
uh-huh.
office. They just sit there, and all of a sudden, they 45 years old and 40 pounds overweight.
40 pounds overweight, diabetic, high cholesterol, more pains than what you need. Like I said, I'm not going to say that I feel great all the time. I don't. Like I said, I am, and me and Perry are in it. So no. When sometimes, I mean, I do. I wake up and every joint on me hurts. Like I could feel it. Like every single joint on me. And I'm like, okay, you know, sometimes I'm like, you haven't been eating that well. Meaning I may have had more red meat than I need to, may had more sugar than I need to.
Yeah.
Maybe I've had pasta or so forth or whatever. Sometimes, alcohol, I can narrow it down. Like if I feel like a bus hit me, I'm like, ooh, I don't think I've been doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Not that you won't have that pain. However, I can choose to help it be a little less
Yeah.
and uncomfortable, or I can add to it. I could meaning at this stage, definitely I can go out here and eat Chick-fil-A and the Whataburger and do the drive-by, meal plans. You know what I'm saying? I could do that, and I'ma feel like I'm doing that. I'm definitely gonna look like I'm doing it, but I'm definitely gonna feel like I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So, what type of, like you said, what type of young are you? Right?
Yeah.
What habits? Remember what I said, 40 and up. 40 and up is when you should most definitely include your daily movement, intentional movement.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear no, and then don't be one of them people who's out doing it and you on the phone and you scrolling or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be, and you just effort. I'm talking, when I say intentional movement, I mean your best effort in it. Your
Yeah.
best effort. 40 plus. You need to make sure that's happening daily. Minimum of 30 minutes. Minimum. Minimum. Your food choices, 40 plus, you better be looking at how much sugar that's in your diet. And keep in mind, I keep saying sugar, but what is sugar? Sugar is everything.
Yes.
Sugar is everything. You can have good sugar, which is fruit, right? Good natural sweeteners, mint and honey and so forth or whatever, you could do that. Or you can have the bad sugar, right? Refined white sugar, sugary sodas, drinks, pastas, uh, um, potatoes on or potatoes on, like you said, potatoes. So if say you say you people say, well, I can't eat, you shouldn't eat potatoes. You should not eat potatoes every day. Fact. Unless you're trying to gain weight. You should not eat potatoes on a regular basis. But you daggone sure shouldn't be having no fries in potato form or chips in potato form daily. Definitely not.
You know what I
Definitely
like? You know what I like? When you mention fries, I put my potatoes in the air fryer, and it's a different taste. It's not greasy,
not.
and
Yeah.
I don't do it all the time, but when
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the mood for that, that's what I'll do. I cut a couple
Mm-hmm.
potatoes up and put them in the air fryer,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
that maybe once a month, not even that.
Mm-hmm.
I do that. I look at things. I say, Ron, do you really want to go there? I I caught myself at a restaurant ordering stuff I had no business ordering, and once I ordered it, I looked at my wife. I looked at her. Hey, scratch that order. Give me grilled salmon with asparagus and some rice. I went completely different because I caught myself. I said, nah, I can't be eating that. Now, if you catch yourself doing that, then to me, you're on the right track because you seeing what you're ordering, but say, I shouldn't do that.
Yeah. Yeah. I I I definitely think that there's balance involved. I was talking to my father-in-law. I still claim him. So I was talking to my father-in-law on Father's Day, and it it amazes me how people don't associate. Like we will disassociate things that we like, right?
Mm-hmm.
And kind of make excuses or whatever because we're like, oh yeah, we like it. Like I'm up here drinking this cup of coffee right now. It's delicious. You know what I mean? I I don't, I use my creamer, my Italian creamer. Oh, delicious. I can't have a cup of coffee every day. I mean, even though I don't put a whole lot of creamer in it, I can't have it every day. And like I was telling him, I said, it's I make choices. I It's like, all right, Kiana, you know, you're gonna you have lamb chops. It's like my favorite. So it's like, oh, you making lamb chops for dinner, and you're gonna have that, and you're gonna, have red wine with that, and so forth,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So let's not eat anything crazy all day. Like total line all day. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So where I may would have, even though I do like the multi-grain bread or so forth or
Yeah.
whatever, you know, I may say no, I'm not going to eat a sandwich or toast because I know I'm going to have that. You know, if I usually have my carbs, like if I'm gonna have something, I usually have it like in the middle of the day or whatever during school hours, right? So I may say, you know what, I'm a skip on, even though I really don't have like I don't eat a whole bunch of craziness or so forth. I really
Mm-hmm.
don't. I really don't. But maybe I'd be like, no, I'm not going to eat this ramen because I know
Yeah.
I'm gonna have. You know what I'm saying? So the balance. I may, be like you said, eat great all day because I know, man, my daughter made her. her grandma used to make this pound cake
Ooh.
and it was delicious. And she's been trying to get it right for years. She got it right the other day, Ron.
Oh
Boy,
oh.
that thing make you wanna smack your mama, boy. That thing is good. So I know I've been eating pound cake because I still got some slices. You know what I mean? So I I know I don't need not another thing. I don't need no potatoes. I don't need no. I don't need another thing because I've had this cake.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's about making choices. You don't have to um, give up everything, but you got to make sure that you do it in balance. You
Right.
at dinner the other day. Now, if you have been at dinner and but you have been eating all types of crazy, I would say, hey, that was definitely the right thing to do. If you have been eating like you're supposed to and you want to treat yourself, I'm gonna say it's nothing wrong with that. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that. Just again, balance it out. If you know you have been, if you had Whataburger for lunch and here you sitting down at the restaurant, yeah, make a good choice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just saying, choose your own.
Yeah.
The foods that you eat, your water intake, your water intake.
Mm-hmm.
I saw something. I saw something, and again, choose your type of old that you want to be. These three older individuals, and I say older because they were all over 60, I know, um, hiking in the Grand Canyon
Mm.
and died. Heat exhaustion, so forth, or whatever, before somebody, because it was like 106
Oh
degrees or
no.
something.
Mm-mm.
Uh, don't be no shit up. You can't go hike in the Grand Canyon. Maybe you need to just stay in the park.
Mm-hmm.
Choose your type of old. 40 and up need to have, that's where it gets real. And you need to start thinking about what type of old person you want to be.
You know,
You need to
like
start
with
thinking
me,
about it.
the young cats was around one day and they asked me to uh, do something. I said, "Oh no, I'm not doing that." I said, "I'm good. I done that when I was younger." What you mean younger? And they said, "Oh, you just scared." I said, "Let me tell you something. I'm not scared. I just know I used to do it, and I don't have to show out to y'all saying I could do it. I'm not doing it. It was hot outside." I said, "No." And I kind of sort of preach to them about doing the things right here in moderation. I said part of the problem is people don't do things in moderation. They want a big chunk right now,
Yeah,
and that big
yeah,
chunk will have them 6 feet under
yeah,
if they keep on doing that. They
yeah.
listened to me a little bit, but then he walked away. That old man don't know what he's talking about. Boy, well, I like to be the fly on their wall when they did something and it hurt them. And I said, oh, didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? Because right now,
I mean,
I
it
think
is,
before,
it's a difference,
yeah, I think before I do anything now. Physical,
as you should.
physically, I think about it. Sometimes mentally, because sometimes something that drives me crazy too. But physically, I think before I'm gonna do something. Like I know
Yeah,
I gotta get out and cut this yard. I'm not crazy, so I'm thinking what I need to do it in moderation. Do one chunk at a time. Take it easy and all that stuff. I know that's what I need to do. I ain't crazy. I'm drinking my water now. Started drinking it. I started hydrating 2 days ago
yeah,
because I knew what I was going to do. And
yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
crazy. And I told my wife, I said, you sure drinking a lot of water. I said, it's all going to come out when I go cut the grass.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I told I was telling my daughter, I said, so my rule, like again, I enjoy a cocktail, a beer, whatever, right? So my rule, I have to drink half of my daily intake of water before I consume alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
So I set it as, so it's supposed to be half your body weight, right? So, it's like technically, you know, and I just add, because I'm a woman of a certain age, and I'll be having my moments, and I get hot. And then also, just being out in the heat. So I set my standard at 80 ounces. It's a little more than what I need. Like I said,
Mm.
it's more than half. But by doing that, I'm usually well hydrated. So, even though I may, because that's also keep in mind, something that I didn't think about, but my in my podcast, um, just aired P Word podcast number 2. Check it out. But anyway, check it out. She said that decongestants, can dry you out. Now we were talking about something else, but it dries you out, right?
Hmm.
So if you are taking allergy medicine and things of that nature, you have to also hydrate behind that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So like it's hydration if you is the key. That also is choosing the type of old that you want to be. If you're the type of person that doesn't drink water and you're 50, how old? Please, no. You are shortening your lifespan by not drinking any water. I really believe that. I really, really believe that. You are shortening because that's function, liver function, kidney function. Stuff start breaking down.
Hmm.
Next thing you know, you're on dialysis and so forth. That's the type of old you chose. That's the type of old you chose. Not doing physical exercise, not doing movement. Now you one of them people in the store riding the buggy in the grocery store.
Yes. Running over people.
Can't, you know,
Yeah.
that's the old you chose. Choose what type of old you want to be. If you want to be, limited in your mobility, if you want to constantly have medical issues, and that you're not doing right, keep on doing it because you're on the right path.
To
Just say
nowhere.
to nowhere.
Hmm.
You and it's constantly been coming up the last I feel like couple weeks in different ways and different forms. If what you are doing is not helping to where you want to be or what you are trying to achieve, stop doing it. Stop doing it. If you want to be, I want to be the type of grandmother, because I was thinking about that, and I got to think, and that's what prompted this topic. I want to be, I don't remember my grandparents playing with me. Like, I don't remember that. I don't remember the, going maybe to the playground or down on the floor. I don't remember that. I don't
Mm.
remember that. And I would like to be that type of grandmother. I want to be that grandmother that, where we can get down on the floor and color or play cards, or, I'm about to have I'd say it's a daughter, but I know it's a girl. But like like the girl. But and with her when she comes and play dolls or whatever. So that's what I would like. So I have to make sure I'm able to do it.
Yeah. And,
So I have to make sure that these perimenopause joint pain and all this other type stuff, I don't give into it and sit down
yeah.
and do nothing.
Well, speaking about grandparents, when my mother was living, the family reunion, all that stuff. My oldest son, I taught him how to play dominoes, and
Oh yeah.
then one occasion, mom was kicking everybody but dominoes. She was talking trash too. I said,
That's
oh,
right.
listen, she talking trash. So my son sat down there, and my mom said, "What you gonna do?" "I'm gonna beat you, grandma." Ah, look at your dad. He's sitting over there licking his wounds right now. So he turned around. 15 minutes later, I heard this commotion. My son just up. Yes, I beat grandma. I beat grandma. And the look on her face was priceless.
Look,
Those are
that's
some of
what's
the things
up.
that you remember
Yeah,
right then and there. Because I don't care if my son lost the next 100 games. He beat grandma, the champion.
that's right.
And
That's
so,
right.
like I said, with grandparents, I do the same thing. I'm down on the floor with them. I'm having fun. Matter of fact, the other day, my wife said, we're going to get the grandkids over here. And then she said, you want to sit down and have some wine with me? I found out 2 years ago, I got to leave that wine alone. It's too sweet for me. I would drink a little bit with her, and I wake up with a hangover. I couldn't figure out why. Oh, I drunk that
She
wine.
probably drinks sweet
Yeah,
wine.
so I
So,
tried it again. I
yeah.
said, "Oh no, dear, the wine's for you. I'm not touching wine anymore." I said, "Just give me my whiskey, my cigar. I'm good." And
Well, if
stuff.
you had a dry, so I don't drink sweet wine.
Yeah,
I don't, and I'm only, I'm definitely a dry wine girl. But you're right. I can't that sweet stuff. Mm, yeah,
it
that
tastes good
definitely has
going
to.
down, but boy, was I suffering in the morning. I feel like I was back in the days when I really drunk and had a hangover, and all I had was just a
Hmm.
glass of wine. I said, "Am I
Hmm.
getting to
Mm-mm.
the point
It
that
was, yeah.
see your your
It
your
was the
body
sweet wine that was
your
too, yeah.
your
Mm.
body will let you know what you could tolerate, what you can't tolerate anymore. The older you get, the less stuff you can do.
That's right. And that is a true statement. That is a true statement. Definitely, you have some changes in your
Mm-hmm.
taste buds that you're like, man, I used to love this. And then you're like, oh, but I
Yeah.
don't like it anymore. Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that. But again, that's just also knowing what you can do and what you can't do, you know,
Right.
and making those type of decisions. I really feel like if um we thought about our what we did daily on a regular basis, and then whenever there's a issue or something, or you feel some type of way, you can go back to what you're doing and be like, well, I'm probably, like I said, when I wake up and I feel like I've been ran over, I'm like, maybe, okay, what have I had? What did I do? Because I know that your habits are what are contribute to your well-being,
Yeah.
mentally, emotionally, physically. You know,
Mm-hmm. I,
that's
I
just what it is.
what I discovered is I played baseball. Back in the days, I played baseball. They told me I could run up 10 flights of bleachers and catch a ball. That's how it was. If I go out and play right now, I may look at the ball, let it go ahead and land, then run and go get it. Because in your mind, you think you could do it, but your body's saying,
Yeah,
don't even try
yeah,
it.
yeah. I was thinking because I miss I miss when my children were younger, and like I know I'm short, but I've always had ups, right? I got a nice vertical. So I love, and basketball is my favorite sport. So I used to be like, I tell the boy, come on, you know what I'm saying? And used to be out there, and I was like, man, I miss those days. And then I thought about it, I said, Kiana, can you even, should you be out there like that no more? Because I was in it, I'm fouling, I'm everything, right? And I'm like, "Mm, we may just need to shoot some hoops."
Yeah. I did that with my grandkids.
Of course.
They were senior in high school. We was at a park, and want to say, "Come on, old man, what you got?" Say, "You don't want me to come out there." I said, "I'll make you look crazy. You can run around me and do layups all you want, but don't leave me open out there."
Mm,
Yeah, bam,
mm.
bam, bam. Grandpa, I didn't know you could play basketball. Oh yeah, I could play, but I can't run anymore. But give me the ball, I'll shoot lights out. So they just looked at me like, and I end up beating them by just doing that. And they
Mm.
couldn't understand why somebody my age beat somebody like that. I work smarter, not harder.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And that's the thing. Choosing the type of old that you want to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
That I ain't gonna be out here wrecking my wrecking my knees and everything running with y'all. But I
Oh,
got
speaking
it.
about that, when you said that, I did a Juneteenth parade this year, and
I
people
saw
want
that.
and people want to help me all the time, which is no problem. But they don't know how I do things. I watch them struggle to pick the speaker off the stand and set it down. I said, no, no, Junior, that's not the right way you do it. Well, that's the only way I can say. I said, watch and learn. I grabbed the speaker
Turn
by
it
the
on the
handle.
side, put it on the floor.
I laid it down with the tri
Yeah.
spot still on it, pulled it out, did all that. You made that look easy. So they went to go do one. I want to choke them. They dropped the speaker. I said, how is it I'm 71 years old, you're not even 30, and it was too heavy, but I could do it. I said, I appreciate the help, but you need to stop right now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But it's just a matter with me being physical, I'm very physical because nobody else gonna hook that stuff up but me. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
physical unloading, loading the truck, and I watch all that. But you know what makes me mad? Somebody when somebody say something,
Mm-hmm.
you too old to be doing all this, huh? I don't see you come over and ask me I need any help. So what you talking about? I'm too old for. I've been doing it. And the day that I can't lift this speaker up is the day I'm gonna stop.
I know that's right, Ron. I know that's right. I know that's right. I feel that, yo. I feel that. Yes, sir. I
So
feel that. Mm-hmm.
and then and
Most
then
definitely.
and then mess around with you. You make sure I get things out there right. Speaking of that, that's a good segue. What's coming up in about another 20 something days.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I am very excited about it. Hopefully, like you said, we get some good singers. And I saw Miss Veronica online. I shot her a message. I said, man, because I had posted one of her videos from one of the last ones. I was like, man, I'm gonna need you to come through with that voice, boy. So hopefully we can. And uh again, I'm gonna say this because I haven't had anyone online. Y'all sign up. I'm telling you, I have my little gift bags already in
Yeah,
mind, but I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So
yeah.
please do sign up. Go ahead and get a ticket online. So that way we can get our count. Get your songs ready.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you don't want to sing, it is just kind of nice just to be out in the crowd. And that's what, like I said, my little bags. I'm excited because I need y'all to do it.
Yeah.
But I have my vision. I'm gonna need y'all to make it come and to fruition. So I'm just saying. But
Fully.
yes, what is
Yeah.
that on July the 18th? Um, we are going to be at the Chicago Bite there. Their kitchen is going to be open, so you can come, you can eat. It's BYOB. So if you need a little liquid carriage, and I guess bring it on with you. And and we're going to push make some space so we can get a little line dancing in there too.
Yes.
Why are we doing this? Because when are you not having or in a great mood when you're singing and dancing? That's
Yes.
the whole point of this. Good vibes only, man.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, laugh, sing or whatever. It's a good time. And that's what
Exactly.
we need. We need good times. Good times only, good vibes only.
Yes.
July 18th. 6 to 9 at a Chicago Bite.
Yes.
Get your ticket if you want your little gift bag.
That's right. Get them right now. Yeah.
I'm serious. Like,
Yeah. They need to get out there.
I always have stuff, and I have so much stuff and leftover and this and that. Not doing it. Not doing it. Y'all seen the price of gas and groceries?
Oh,
Stop.
yes. Yes.
Mhm. That's right. Small business owner over here. We can't just be just throwing it out there.
That's
But
right.
it's saying. But that is, like you said, that is on the 18th, and then we're doing another one on August the 22nd. So please do, like you said, tickets available online. Also, the next event, because we're rolling,
Yeah.
right? So the summertime series, even though I know it's, it's because people assume that because I'm doing it, they're like, do we come in workout clothes?
Yes.
You can wear whatever you want because it's not like that. Like you said, the point of these parties are for mental health. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily about working out. It's about mental health, and it's about having a good time, laughing, joking, singing, dancing. It's part of the series. And then we lead into the Fitness and Nutrition Expo in September. See what I'm saying?
That's what I was going to ask you. What day is that in September?
September the 26th. So, yeah, the 26th from
Yes.
10 to 2 p.m. Man, oh, y'all. Oh, man. Okay. Before we get out of here,
Uh-oh.
I'm definitely you want to be at the next Fitness and Nutrition Expo. I got a bangers for y'all. I got belly dancing, and she has classes. So the first year I did it, I just had someone just kind of teach the basics. But this person, she's coming to do her demo, but she also has classes, so you can continue to take the classes. Because remember, point of the Fitness and Nutrition Expo is to try out some different forms of fitness formats, maybe, that you've been wanting to, try out or you were curious about and, you're not sure you want to do a whole class. That's what the point of these events are. So I got that. And I already mentioned the Double Dutch crew.
Oh, yes.
Yup. We have, of course, our line dancing. I think we have line dancing, and we have our extreme step. I know that's pretty popular. I do have some different instructors coming through this time, so I think it's going to be a good one. I still am looking for yoga. I'm still looking for yoga, but otherwise, or Pilates is what I want.
Okay.
However, we're good. We have some good stuff. I got the good chair massages for y'all. Y'all already know he's known.
Yes.
People love be signing up to get some daggone chair massages.
A matter of fact, your show's over with, and they still try to sign up. and that's September 26th, right?
Yep, September
Good.
26th.
I'm glad you told me because it wasn't on my calendar. It is now.
Yeah, put it on there.
It's already on there, so I'm good.
And November the 14th for the Brain Health Fair.
All right, let me go. November the 14th.
Yep.
Let me make sure.
Yep.
I don't want you mad at me on that date.
Nah, I had to come looking for you, Ron. You don't want that.
Yeah. I think I'm going to do some moving around on some things.
Okay.
For that date. Cause, yeah, I'll be all right.
Yeah. All right.
I'll be all right. We'll be all right. I'll do some things moving around.
We gonna make it. We out here doing great things, y'all.
Yeah.
Like I said, honestly and truly, health and wellness is where it is. And it's not just exercise. It's not just healthy food. It is everything. It is your mental space. It is your physical. Going, like you said, knowing your numbers, knowing what's happening with yourself. Recognizing that maybe maybe it's recognizing that maybe you need to be a little bit more social. Maybe you're feeling like, a certain type of way because you're lonely, or you need new friends, or you need to learn something new,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever it is, but just figuring out what it takes, what your formula is to be the healthiest version of yourself. That's what my goal is, to help you help yourself. Yeah.
There you
And
go.
listen, it may come in the form of karaoke
There. What can you
July
say?
18th.
Get out there and just sing.
Yes.
Speak about your our doctor, Dr. Musa.
Mm-hmm.
He contacted me. He's got an event coming up. I think November 19th. He's got
Mm.
something coming up. He got a hold of me and asked me, can I do it? I say, I'm available. So I'll be out there mess with him in November.
Nice.
Because he said this, your last expo you had, he said, use it or lose it.
Mm-hmm.
I said,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I
Mm-hmm.
got you.
And it was like you said, it was him looking at his own advice.
Yes.
Like you said, he recognized that he had some back pain. He went and handled the back pain. Then he
Mm-hmm.
stopped doing what he was doing. Then the back pain came back. And
Yeah.
he had to realize that, wait a minute, I stopped doing what I was doing. But what I was doing was moving. And now I'm not moving.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yeah. That
What type of
mommy.
old do you want to be,
Yeah.
folks?
It's just
Don't
like
be one of them having to, you can't walk, without support,
mm-hmm.
or something. Especially, I mean, if that's where you're at, wait till you're late your 90s for that,
Mm-hmm.
if possible. It's
Hey,
possible.
my dad is
It
90.
is possible.
Yeah, my dad is 94 years old and is still getting around.
Just saying.
He told
It's
me
possible.
his exercise was with his walker would help, or his cane, from walking to the bedroom to the kitchen, getting coffee, and walking back to the bedroom. He said that's my exercise. I can't argue with him on that. At least he's getting up, moving around.
At least he's getting up and moving around.
Yeah.
Like you said, move it or lose it really
Mm-hmm.
is the thing.
Yeah.
They said it years ago because they realized that it is true.
That's
You
right.
know, you have to get in regular movement. Again, what habits do you have right now that are they helping you be the type of old person that you want to be, or is it making you be the type of person that you may don't want to be?
Exactly.
Like you said, when you come to my space, I have a picture of Ernestine Johnson. That Ernestine Johnson, she's in her, I think she's like 88 now, and she
Mm.
still teaches group fitness. She
See.
still teaches group fitness. She did not get her first bodybuilding, even, win her first bodybuilding competition or compete until her late 60s, early
Mm.
70s.
Wow.
So what type of old do you want to be?
Young
Point blank
old.
period. My public service announcement. What are you doing? Do you want to be an older person who's out there living their best life, or the type of older person that's waiting on life? And you know what I mean by that.
Yep. Exactly. Coach
That's what I
K,
got.
once again, it was a pleasure. Man, we went over 5 minutes, but that's all right. It's a good
All
five
right.
minutes went
It's all
over
right.
and
It's
everything.
all right.
We got to get together somewhere before the 18th and
For sure.
fine tune, make sure everything together what we're going to need. And
Mm-hmm.
already
I
got,
have some flyers. Well, I didn't print. I don't have ordered the other ones, but I
yeah,
had printed out some, and I was going to come and go and put a couple up over there and so
okay.
forth for you
All
guys.
right.
So,
That sounds,
and
well,
I'll get with you to get
I,
you
I
some.
put a cork board up under the counter you can hang flyers on. So,
So
yeah.
got you,
So
got you.
we're good on that. So, all right. I'm looking for,
Okay.
I may even sing.
Ooh, well,
But
I'm working on a new song for my set, so
yeah,
bring it.
yeah, but I don't want to empty the house though.
Listen, listen, listen. I again, I, I I'm hoping that we get a pretty good turnout because I have some things in mind.
Okay.
I'm meaning it to be very fun, guys.
Uh,
Like
y'all gotta
that's my
look out for
that's
Coach
my
K.
goal. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. If you've
Okay.
been to them before, you know it's a good time.
That's
It's a
right.
good time.
That's
And
right.
I plan to kick it up a notch. So that's what I'm saying.
Ooh,
So
I'm ready for that. I'm
that's
ready for that.
what I do. You
I
know what
know.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gemini season was good to me. So we're gonna keep this party rolling.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, young lady, you take care until next time.
Mhm.
We'll catch you.
All right.
All
Bye
right.
guys. Keep fingers peace.
Recording.
All right, everybody. That was our famous Coach K here on WSAN Radio. We appreciate her coming across and doing her things. And we're about ready to end things. So peace and chicken grease. I catch everybody somewhere down the line. I was thinking about where I'm going to be at. But y'all take care. DJ Ron G.